So in yesterday's video, we did say that we were going to try to get the ramp done this week, and it looks like it's happening today, guys. Corey Brigler is finally back here, and we are gonna get to work. Corey's been building ramps for a while now at his house, but he's never really built one that's on top of a metal setup right here. And it's gonna be really difficult for us because like sheeting this thing and trying to screw stuff into the metal is going to be very hard because it's such a small area. So this is gonna be a really tough day for us. For you guys, we're gonna try to make it look as easy as possible because that's the magic of YouTube. But yeah, we're going to go pick up the wood right now. We're going all the way to Home Depot, and we're estimating about 15 or 16 pieces of wood for here. And we're gonna get 3/8. We also have to get screws that are gonna go into the metal. So we gotta remember that. Besides that, anything else, Corey?
The drill bit.
Oh, like the countersink?
Yeah, countersink.
I
don't know proper terms.
I think I might actually. Yeah, I think I might. What are you drinking, by the way?
Jolly Rancher Slurpee. I earned it today.
Good for you, man. Anything else you can remember, Matt?
We should probably hire some workers to do it for us.
All right. Anything else besides that?
That would have been good, yeah.
No, that's it.
All right. Fair enough. So Matt's actually going somewhere tonight. He's very excited about. Why don't you tell
I'm
everybody?
hyped up. I'm going to a Bastille concert. I am so freaking excited. My girlfriend was looking for a birthday gift for me. She knows I love concerts, and she's like, Matt, Bastille's playing like tomorrow in Philadelphia, and I was like, okay, let's get the tickets. And I looked, and like there was tickets for like starting at like $9.
What?
$9? I could not believe it.
That's
so
weird.
It's like an indoor place in Philly. You could get like basically the farthest highest seat for $9.
Wow,
so we got like pretty good seats for $27 each.
That's
to go see Bastille.
$9 is strange.
I cannot wait. I'm gonna sing Pompeii on the top of my lungs.
So we're gonna try to get as much done as we can today, sheeting wise. So it's gonna be a lot of work because it's gonna be a lot of math into exactly where the wood goes on top of it. It's gonna be kind of complicated. Like I was saying, this is not gonna be easy, and there's a reason why we waited for Corey to be here for this one, because Corey's gonna be a lot of help in making this happen because Corey has experience building ramps. So we're gonna go to Home Depot. We will check in after we get everything. So why don't you tell everybody what's happening here?
Corey the math guy.
I'm doing a lot of math in my head. I recently hit my head, so it's a little cloudy up there, but screw plus wood equals session. Get quite a few of these sheets. Cart, screw aisle, pay, check out, load.
So that's what Corey's trying to convince me of right now. But we came here with intentions of getting 3/8. So it turns out the 3/8 is now known as 11/32, and it's $46 a sheet, and we were going to get 16 of these. So it's going to be about $736 to sheet this ramp, and we'd have to get 16 of these. These guys are saying we don't want to do that.
That's if you want to build a ramp that could survive a friggin' nuke. That's going to be the most heavy-duty ramp you ever see.
So
we don't need that.
Let the world know how you're going to cheap out to save $236.
So how we're going to cheap out is what we're actually going to do is take where is it? We're gonna for our lip. We're gonna do double layer of the thinner stuff
to save. And that's $39 each. So we're gonna save $7 a sheet.
Every sheet, though.
But it's also gonna be easier to bend.
So, but that's gonna bend pretty good.
And then instead of doing the 11/32, we're just gonna do one layer of something a little thicker, 15/32. So instead of 3/8, this is gonna be a hair thicker. And we're
so they want to do
this bad boy.
They just want to do one layer of this on the whole landing part, and then we're putting the gator skin.
And then gator skins on top. So it's plenty. There's so much more. Like, and then it's got a whole welded frame. Like this ramp's gonna be unbreakable.
I just feel like we're cheaping out for $230.
Should we go pressure treated then?
Do they even have pressure treated?
Oh yeah, it's $60 a sheet.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that instead of cheaping.
You guys are ridiculous. No.
Yeah, let me just get that.
All right, this is for tall people only.
Should I call someone?
That's a nice piece.
It is a nice piece.
Look at that.
So does it look good?
I can tell you how old this tree was.
It don't matter, but does it look like it's gonna be strong enough?
Yep.
Great.
Yep.
I guess I should turn this video into this is not how you build a ramp right. I guess we've been doing that the whole time, technically, so we'll see what happens. Let's load up this wood. Damn it, I'm always dropping my phone.
Earthquake.
Next part of the
Why
equation.
don't we just do the bigger ones?
They're just really big.
I know they're excessive, but like, we're excessive. You know, I don't know if you just saw how much wood we just got.
Yeah, I
we're
know.
very excessive.
So you guys see this? we were trying to get self-tapping screws to go into the metal ramp, and so they stay flush as well. Like those are really long. I just feel like we can use those for the top layer maybe, but $586 worth of wood, and we didn't even do it the right way. Isn't that crazy?
Because that would have cost $230-something more.
Yeah, it's just nuts to say it. So we're loaded up. We're gonna go see if we can rig this thing together, because that's what it's turned into now. We are rigging this together.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I bet it is. We'll check in at the skate park. So our sketchy ramp build officially begins, and this is the fun part, guys, where we have to figure out exactly how it's going to rest on there. Because you can see that edge of the wood right there is resting on that beam. That is crucial, because if it's not resting on that beam, Corey, why don't you just show a little example of what it would happen if it wasn't resting on the beam? Because then it would just kind of bounce around, it wouldn't be sturdy. So we have to mat this out perfectly, but also imperfectly, because the ramp is absolutely imperfect. So right now we are test fitting from the bottom, but now we're going to put a piece of wood up top and test fit it from there to see what it would do lineup wise. So let's see what we can do, guys.
Hey Scott, you want to see a trick?
Yeah, sure.
Secret Indy.
That looks pretty cool. that was impressive. Oh, so we just checked the top. It doesn't work, guys. So we're going to start from the bottom. Yeah, the bottom looked fairly decent.
I mean, you know what they say, Scott. Measure twice, cut once.
Here you go.
Check top, check the bottom.
1, 2,
Yeah.
boom. One cut is all we need, apparently.
Well, we're not cutting this one.
Nope, not this one. Before we put the first sheet officially on, Matty's actually marking where the beams are, because we won't be able to see them. So we figured we would just put a little bit of a mark just to give us a little bit of the help here. We need any help we can get.
Oh, that was a rough angle for a second.
It was. So check this out, guys, for an example.
You got hot glue?
Look at Corey's edge right there. It looks like it's like kind of almost at the halfway point, right, of splitting the difference, because we have to share that with another piece of wood. But right in here in the middle, because our measuring and our welding was maybe not as perfect as it could be, it's a smaller ledge. But Matty's over there is very graceful. It's got a ton on there. The first screws are officially going in right now. That's a good sign. And they're working really good and grabbing the metal nice. So right now we're going to put a good amount of screws on this thing, and then we're going to move on to the next board. The next board we're going to do is on that one, and it's going to get even weird on that, because there's no way that that's going to line up to another one. So we're going to have to make a cut in that board so it could split the difference, and the cut's going to have to be so precise and perfect, and I just don't know if we're capable, but we sure will try. So we're putting the second piece of board on right now. The good news is it goes all the way to that beam. Bad news is that
it goes all the way to that.
it goes all the way to the top of that beam. So we need to cut off like a 1/2 of an inch all the way across the edge, which is a very difficult cut, but we have a trained professional here.
This isn't our first rodeo.
All right, never mind. We have another trained professional.
We don't have a marker.
You know, that's one thing we were supposed to grab. We didn't.
All right. You know
All
what I
right,
mean?
so big change of plans. We were going to do some cutting, but we decided to try to do the cuts minimal, or at least make easier cuts for us. And what we're going to do is add bars in there by welding them, and then we're going to give it a good real estate to rest on. So you can see we have this one sitting perfect, and this is the lip side of it. So we're just putting on here to test fit and figure out exactly where we need to put them so Matty can weld them up. So let's figure out exactly where it needs to go for the most part. So just to show you a little bit more in depth of what's happening, Matty is setting a piece up right now, but he just welded that one on. So it's just gonna be like a little bit of a shelf system. Glad that we're putting the effort in to get the welder out here, set it up, get the generator, because this is going to make things so much easier while we're sheeting the ramp. Instead of making things so difficult with the cuts of the board, now we can just focus on doing pretty much the ones at the top. So I think it's gonna work out big time in our favor. The welder has been put away. Boys are back screwing in the ramps. You can see this side is getting its first sheet. This side has 2 sheets on, looks awesome. And the way this is going to work, for an example, see that ledge right there? It's going to be an extra part, so the wood sits up against this nice and flush against that, and then we can screw it into there as well. It's just going to make our lives a lot easier. So just a little extra work to get the welder out, but so much better in the long run. You can see one that's up top here, and it goes all the way across pretty much, all the way on the top over there. So this should make everything go nice and smooth, if our calculations are correct.
Scott, I think they switched the wood at the register. This feels really thin.
I bet. So we're still applying the clamp on the transition piece to keep the tension all the way, and that way we will get the best read of exactly where the screws are going to pull the ramp to, so it doesn't create any seams or anything weird. You see we got some sawdust. That's just because we did some cutting. Looks like we're almost done with the first layer, besides the top part. You see a little strip over here. And then next thing, we're gonna do that top all the way across. Not bad. So the first sheet is officially on the face of the spine. So the guys did a really good job with it, but now we have to put a whole nother sheet on. Now the goal when we put the second sheet on is to try to make the seams not match up. So you can see that seam that goes across there. We cannot make it match up or there will be like a kink feeling in it. That's the way you make the ramp the smoothest. But let's go check the other side. So this side, you can see there's still pieces missing. So they need to cut a spot that goes there and go on the top part. But the thing is, we're only doing one sheet on this because we cheaped out big time, so it's not as much work as the other side. So we're doing this board long ways, so Corey's gonna have to keep pressure on it and make sure it's nice and flush, and Matty can get the screws in on the way up. So we're putting the top sheet on right here, and you can see that the wood is overhanging on the top because the goal is to put a 1/2 inch piece over here, so it's going to fill the gap in between and make it nice and flat, and then we'll sand it down and make it look all pretty. So that's what we're gonna do on the second sheet as well over here. That's what teamwork looks like, in case some of you guys were wondering. You gotta be a homie. Put your foot underneath your friend's foot so that you can screw into the top part of the ramp. So this side is actually 100% ready to be sheeted with the top material. We do not have the stuff here, and we are not going any further today. We didn't even do the second sheet on the other side. The boys are sweating big time. Maddie's got to go sing Bastille. Maddie loves Bastille. Corey's gonna go eat Dino Nuggets. He deserves that.
That's what I'm saying. Hard day's work deserves at least 18 nuggets.
So the question is, when are we going to build again?
Well, I figure I'm gonna get the metal for my ramp.
Not your ramp, this one.
I got shows tomorrow at 12:45, 1:45. So I mean, I could do that after since it's daylight out. So
That could be pretty cool.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Might
we
be
can
a
go for
little
that.
cooler. And then Friday I'm in like Old Bridge, so it's still close, but I don't remember the show times, but they're obviously in the morning sometime.
Cool.
But
So
yeah.
hopefully this week.
Yeah.
Sick, that's what we need to hear. Awesome. Do you think you could jump the spine as is?
I feel pretty confident with it. I'm really not nervous.
So let's do it. It's gonna be hard.
Have to do it?
Yeah, if you could do it.
Corey, you have your
You're
bike,
pretty
right?
impressive.
Huh?
You have your bike, right?
You have your bike. Go get your bike. Go get your
I don't
bike
know if
right
it's
now.
meant to be ridden.
It's
It's
I mean,
kind
it's
of
very
dangerous.
shady.
There's nails everywhere.
There is nails everywhere.
Nails everywhere.
Come on, just one jump. There's even more nails now.
It's kind of, yeah.
Good thing it's on the landing. They're just falling all over the place here.
It's a work zone, dude.
This is-
You can't ride here.
All right, I'll get in the position. Let's do it.
You really want me to do this?
Yes, sir. Come on, just
You
one
want
for
me
the
to, like,
kids.
give you a little
Just
makeshift
give
toe
people
plate?
a little bit of hope right now that this ramp is going to get done.
Dang it!
You look like Harry Styles.
Watermelon sugar.
Right at a tree. All right, remember, you need to ride right up that line. It's very important that you ride up that line. Extremely important, Matt.
In the middle?
You will die.
I would know. First spine jump.
First spine jump.
Possibly the last.
Possibly the last. That was so boring. Do it again. It was pretty smooth.
I just did, but that was smooth.
That was really good. That was really good. Can you do it again for me? I think my angle could be better. I didn't expect you to go so low. Just one more again. Second spine jump. Wow, he's cruising. Nice.
Spine works.
It actually does work. So it gives me some hope that this cheap wood route that we went might work.
If we were able to ride it like that, I'm fully confident with another, basically 2 sheets on it. This thing's gonna send you to the moon.
Yeah, awesome.
Yes.
You gonna jump it?
I'm gonna hand plane.
What? Oh, okay.
Parkour.
Wow. And I think you might have broke through.
No, it's settled.
You really? Did you hear that? It sounded terrible.
Like it.
It's
I'm
settled.
just saying.
Yeah, no, that's the wood settling in. I do it at my house all the time.
I hope you're going to Home Depot after this.
No need.
Go get us the right wood.
Yeah,
See,
cheap
he's
stuff.
the one who cheaped out.
So I hope you guys are amped up on the progress because I sure am. I didn't think it was going to happen the very next day after making that video yesterday. So this is looking really good. Hopefully when Corey gets off tomorrow, he can head on over here. I guess the next thing that we need to do is get the second layer put on the face of it. But we also got to get the part for the deck put across it, a nice piece of wood that goes across. And I also want to get the metal pieces at the bottom sorted out so we can get them in position and then we can lay the top material on and finally ride this thing. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. We will see you in tomorrow's video with another build. Peace.